Is Trump the black soothsayer? I don't know. You tell me. Why would I even fix my mouth to say or ask a question? Is Trump the black soothsayer? First of all, let's look at this word soothsayer. What does it mean? Well, soothsayer basically means a person supposedly be able to foresee the future. So basically, I'm asking you: is Trump the black fortune teller? Should black people be listening to Trump? Hmm. In the mainstream media today, a lot of politicians and everybody, they say, don't listen to Trump. He's a bad guy. And I hear that and I say, yeah, I agree with that. But I have to listen to what he's saying. I have to. It's important what he's saying. And I think all black people should listen to Trump when he speaks. Now, when I say that, I mean not hear what he say, listen. There's a difference. Big difference. Now, in the beginning of his presidency, Trump said to a news reporter, fake news, right to the news reporter face when they asked him a question. He said, look, news is fake news. These people are pushing fake news, fake news, fake news. Then afterwards, a lot of news outlets came with their campaigns. We have the real news, real headlines, real details, real people in the field, real. So now when you look at your news, they have these campaign pushing that we're giving you the realness. But I listen to Trump and I listen to what he says. He said fake news. And you know what? I have to believe him. Because before he became the president, he was in the news media. He was back there with them. Why you think they got tapes of him talking about grab it by the pussy? He sat there with them and wrote headlines, wrote stories, like his big campaign when he took out in the newspaper about the Central Park Five. How could you do that? That's not just money alone. That's having a wink wink and a nudge nudge with an inside man somewhere. The media has never been friendly to blacks. Okay? Point blank. Okay? Somehow, some way, we could go into every black entertainer's past. We could dig up every integrations they did. We could lock them up and throw them in jail. But when we look at our white entertainers who does these same transgressions, they get to just write a check. They get to make an apology. They get to make quotes like, I get it, and gets to move on with their life, living it so lovely. But the news outlets don't report it that way when it comes to the black man, the black woman. So I have to say, yeah, Trump was telling the truth when he said it's fake news. Because I look back, hey, the media has never been a friend to black people. I look at America's media as the equivalent of the North Korean speaker. Those who know what I'm talking about will get that. Okay, let's move on. Okay, in 2017, out there in Charlottesville, there was, I'm gonna call it what it was. It was a race riot. A lot of neo-Nazis came out, skinheads, KKKs, a lot of Confederate flag wavers, and there was some Antifa. I don't even know who these guys are. And they clashed. That's what the media called it. And this one clown, he took it upon himself to jump in his car and said, hey, I have to let these people know who I am. And he plowed his car into the crowd, killing a young woman there that was out there. Now, later on, Trump was having a press conference, right? I think he was at his hotel. And all the media start pressing him because the media has this campaign where, it's like he's every time you turn around you hear somebody says, well, he's a racist. Well, yeah, we know he's a racist. He told you he's a racist. He said he don't he sees nothing wrong with the Klan. That's why at one point they was like, hey, Trump, you gotta denounce the Klan. Wasn't members of his family card carrying members. Okay, he's not gonna denounce his buddies, his friends. That's like Michael Jordan denouncing Scottie Pippen, saying, "Yeah, Scottie Pippen didn't do nothing. He just held my water." Okay, come on, are you serious? So the reporters are pressing him. They're pressing him, and Trump makes, I think, one of the most famous quotes of his presidency to date. He said, "There's good people on both sides." The audience was in awe. People was like, how could you say this? How could he jump in a car, ran a woman over, injuring others? How could you say there's good people on both sides? How could you say this? You know what? I'm gonna have to call the truth on that. I'm gonna say Donald Trump was telling the truth on that one. Because Donald Trump knows the truth of the matter is when he leaves the meetings, right, the Klan meetings, that guy he met there, that woman he met there, right, when they all go home and take off their robe and their hood, he know that guy's gonna wake up in the morning, right, who works in Washington, right? He's gonna wake up in the morning, get his breakfast ready, kiss his wife, get his kids ready to go to school, and right before he leaves the door to grab his briefcase, he fixes his tie, and his tie lapel, it has an elephant on it. He's a Republican. He's going to work. And he knows when the woman, she comes home from the meeting, takes her robe off her hood, wakes up, gets her breakfast ready, kisses her husband, gets her kids off to work, and right before she's about to leave the door to grab her purse, she fixes her little pin. And what's on her pin? Her beret. Oh my goodness. That's a donkey. She's a Democrat. She's going to work in Washington. Trump knows because he sat with these people too. He told you. He gave money to Hillary. The same person he sat there and said, lock her up. He gave her money at one point. He knows these people, they sit, Democrat, Republican, argue with each other, then afterwards go have a steak dinner and laugh about the plight of the black man and the black woman in America. He knows that. That's why he says there's good people on both sides. He do not look at these people as enemies to him, combatants. They're his friends. They're his buddies. All right? And he knows this. That's why when you hear the rant on Twitter, oh my goodness, wasn't that Miss Little Polly Ann? She's the school teacher at my school. Oh, I see her every Wednesday feeding my kid a lunch. Yeah. But she has the Ritter trend. Oh, you nigger, you niglet kids, and oh, you nigger here, and nigger this, and nigger that. Nigger, nigger, nigger. Trump, I love him. But to people that knows her, she's an upstanding citizen, a God-fearing woman, a Christian at that, at church every Sunday. There's good people on both sides. Because for the longest, we've been told to point to look at the guy, the redneck with the belly hanging out, drinking the beer with his Confederate flag, with his gun rack. That's the guy you need to be focused on. Yeah, you need to be focused on that guy, but I also need to be focused on this guy over here, Mr. Governor, right? Who likes to come out and be here and fix his jackass tie pin, right? And go and sit amongst the blacks and say, "Look at what I'm doing for black people." But then when you find out, oh, he loves to put the black face on. Oh, he loves to put the Klan outfit on. Guess who it is? Ha, you never guess, right? There's good people on both sides. That's why we could have coons come out and say, well, we must forgive him because he's a family man and he does a lot in the community. There's good people on both sides. Is Trump the black soothsayer?